Hello there, welcome to another wee bit of a video. Today's video, week 7. You know what it is. You see the thumbnail, you see the title of the video. We're going into fantasy football week 7 rankings for receivers and running backs. I say this every video for these, but if you're new to these, here's how we do it. From running backs and receivers ranked 1 through 20, you're obviously not going to start. I mean, you obviously are going to start him, excuse me. You obviously are going to start them. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, hey, should you start, let's see, who's ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Should you start Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, Derek? Like, you're going to start all of those guys. Stop playing, stop the cap. I'm not interested in giving you guys the obvious. It's obvious. Same for receivers. You're starting Jamar Chase, Deebo Samuel, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, blah, blah, blah. It's just the constant, studs that are going to produce for you. And it shouldn't be a discussion if you're going to start them or not. So what we do is we go from now on here. Typically what we've done in the past is from running backs, we've gone through 21 through 50, but we're gonna actually go 21 through 40, because 21 through 50, like from 41 to 50 is a complete dry land, like complete. I guess I'll give it a look just to confirm again. Typically we have done 21 through 50, but just running backs are a complete wasteland after the top 35, 40, to be honest with you, like complete wasteland. Receivers, we will go, especially for receivers, because they're a lot more deep, 21 through 50. And then just to be sure, for anyone who's watching for daily fantasy or for if you have a God Squad, I will say my 3 favorite players from 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30, 31 through 40, and for receivers, 41 through 50. So without further ado, let's go. And jumping straight to 21, David Montgomery against New England. I would bench David Montgomery, with the Bears coming out and saying they're going to ride with the hot hand, because obviously Khalil Herbert has been amazing. At least he's looked the part, and he's produced numbers wise as well. Also with the factor of New England being a good defense, and always any Bill Belichick run team, which is obviously always New England, just knows how to limit the opposing star players. I'm good on David Montgomery. If you have to start him, obviously you will. But if you have the luxury of benching him, which hopefully some of you do, I would bench him. Travis Etienne Jr. against the New York Giants. I would prefer to bench all Jaguars this week. You heard it. I said all. Reason being is the Giants is an interesting team in that they've done such a phenomenal job in limiting opposing offenses. Even though their offense themselves isn't phenomenal, it's pretty much just Saquon and whoever Daniel Jones can work with week to week. It has pretty much been just their defense really limiting their opponents and keeping the game close. So I will say any Jaguar this week, Christian Kirk, James Robinson, Travis Etienne. If you have the luxury of benching any of them, I would. But if I had to say who I would start out of all of them, easily Travis Etienne, just because he's ramping up every week with more and more touches, and he just looks good with the ball in his hands. I would say Travis Etienne is definitely a solid flex play, but if you can bench him over someone like, let's say Tony Pollard, I would 100% start Tony Pollard over Travis Etienne, which brings me to Tony Pollard. Anyway, sorry, hold on. I don't know why I forgot. I need to put these glasses on. That light is so bright. That light is killing me, man. Okay, back to the glasses. I'm not gonna lie, I needed that light. The light in front of me to make this video bright is destroying my eyes. Okay, now I'm back, ready to go. I can look at the camera again. Tony Pollard, yes, I would start him. Detroit Lions have had a terrible defense. It's opposite day for me or something. Terrible defense, and I don't think after the bye week that's going to change with the Cowboys offense that is getting their quarterback their multi-million-dollar man, Dak Prescott, back in the O offense. I hate the narrative that Cooper Rush is balling out because he's not. It's literally the Cowboys defense. As a Cowboy fan, yes, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. The narrative that Cooper Rush is balling out is annoying because he's not doing anything other than just don't mess up. And when he did mess up, which is against Philadelphia, completely took us out of the game. Costly interceptions. So with Dak Prescott coming back, that offense is going to be like just so much more explosive, so much more prevalent. Tony Pollard, I expect at least 10 to 15 points in PPR. I think is a solid start. I would lean more towards like 13 to 15 points, which is a solid start in a flex spot. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I'm benching. His touches and his usage and everything about him has gone down over time. Unless he gets a touchdown, you shouldn't expect anything. Benjamin, I'm actually going to bench. I think the Cardinals' woes on offense is just not going to stop because DeAndre Hopkins is there. I think it'll help. But with Hollywood Brown going down, it's just so weird, I guess. And I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, Saints defense isn't bad. They're not good. They're kind of okay. And I just don't think, Benjamin will do much because I don't foresee that being a high-scoring game, if I'm being perfectly honest. James Robinson, I honestly, sadly, am going to say bench. Super touchdown dependent. If he gets a touchdown this week, he'll probably have 10 or 11 points. If he doesn't, he'll probably have 5 points. That touchdown being the extra 6. That is a huge differential. I hope he gets a touchdown. He's on my fantasy squad, but it's not someone I'm rolling with confidence. I'm kind of just like, damn it, like I have to start him in my flex spot because in my league we got 2 flex spots, and he's rolling right in. Anyway, Brian Robinson Jr. also in my other flex spot. I'm starting both of them. I'm in a 12-man league, pretty deep league, and we start 3 receivers, 2 running backs, and 2 flexes. So there's a lot of players that need to be started, man. And Brian Robinson, I think Green Bay's defense is actually pretty solid. I'm not really rolling with confidence, but I'm hoping for the best. And again, another touchdown dependent player because he gets no passing game usage as far as the first 2 games went, and it's super touchdown dependent. He's like James Robinson, where he's gonna get 5-6 points. If you can get a touchdown, there you go, 11-12 points. Hopefully his passing game usage goes up, but I honestly doubt it. AJ Dillon, I would bench until further notice. The guy is just not getting used properly because the offense as a whole sucks. Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, all of them just don't look the same. You're hopeful with AJ Dillon moving forward, but honestly, it might be false hope. Latavius Murray, I'm going to bench. It just came out today that Melvin Gordon's going to start against the Jets. Not even me personally, I think the world knows anyway that Denver's offense isn't potent enough to support, honestly, any viable players aside from just Cortland Sutton. My team name for my fantasy leagues, yes, you heard that, plural leagues, was Let Russ Cook. I drafted Russell Wilson to combo with Cortland Sutton, and man, did I mess up drafting Russell Wilson. I just dropped him yesterday. Actually, it became very apparent to me it was time. It was very much time. I had so much false hope, and I changed my name last week to Let Russ Cook, to please Russ Cook, because I really need you to cook, bro. Tua's out. He's my other quarterback. I really need you to cook. I didn't draft a quarterback early. This is the spot I'm in. And he didn't cook against the Chargers, and he looked cooked. I think there'll be better days ahead for him for sure. I know that this is a running back receiver video, but I'm just talking about the Denver offense as a whole. There'll be better days for him, if not this season, next season. I think he'll come back to being a better player. But with that being said, that offense, it's just not it. And Latavius Murray as a second string running back right now, not even the pass catching, and obviously right now he's not starting, so don't start him. Don't do it. Please don't. Please. Don't do that to yourself. Anyway, Kenyan Drake. If J.K. Dobbins is out this week, I think he's actually a pretty decent start. It's kind of surprising because he didn't do anything. I mean, nothing with the Raiders. Like, he had 1 or 2 good games at the most. At the most. But yeah, they paid him, got cut, just wasn't good enough, didn't fit the bill on the Ravens. Had some flashes, had some good runs, you know, touchdown or 2. And then last Sunday, just out of nowhere, like, whoa, what the Kenyan Drake, bro, since when do you do this? He just showed some elusiveness, some shiftiness, some speed. Nothing too crazy, but on a Baltimore-led running offense, it's a good start. Jamal Williams, if DeAndre Swift plays, I'm not starting Jamal Williams against a really good Dallas defense. Kareem Hunt, I would like to say start him, but in all honesty, Kareem Hunt is so risky because you need him to get touchdowns. You need him to get touchdowns, but all that's going to Nick Chubb right now. Tyler, I don't even know how to properly pronounce this last name. I keep saying Algier or Algier. I don't know which one it is, but I'm benching since Atlanta's offense. I don't think there's anyone other than Drake London and apparently Kyle Pitts, if he can keep catching touchdowns, that I would start. Sony Michel, bench without question. I don't even need to get into that. Sony Michel's cooked, man. Melvin Gordon, if you were to start a Broncos running back, it's going to be Melvin Gordon. Please do not start Latavius Murray. Antonio Gibson against Green Bay, I'm benching. His usage has just gone down too much. Michael Carter, I'm benching. Same with him. Breece Hall is taking over. Khalil Herbert, as much as I want to say, oh, sneaky play, not yet. You kind of got to wait it out to see what that hot hand offense looks like. If they actually will feed the hot hand, because Khalil Herbert has just looked just phenomenal, in all honesty. He's just got the job done in every way possible. But even then against New England, yeah, no, I'm good. Rachaad White, he's a stash and that's it. Chase Edmonds, nope, not starting him. He'll be better with Tua there, but I'm still not starting him. And again, all these, you're not starting any of these guys. I'm not going to get into them. I said it before, but I'll say it again. 41 through 50 is a wasteland. Let's go straight into receivers now. Oh, actually, no. Our 3 favorite running backs from 1 through 10 and 11 through 20 and so on and so forth. So our 3 favorite this week is going to be us. No, actually, it's going to be Nick Chubb against Baltimore. It's going to be Leonard Fournette against Carolina. And then probably Saquon against Jacksonville. I think Seattle's defense has actually been pretty decent. I wouldn't plug him in as the number 1. You could argue that for sure. 11 through 20, we got DeAndre Swift. We got Breece Hall. We got Kent. I mean, Jesus. I mean, yeah, I hate to be that guy, but these 3 look like the move. Breece Hall has just been too good. It doesn't really matter who he's playing, and DeAndre Swift, when he's healthy, if he's healthy this week, if you know he is healthy, not limited, but like at least gets a full practice on Friday or something, then he's an automatic start. He's just too good. And Kenneth Walker looks phenomenal. So yeah, 11, 12, 13, those guys. 21 through 30 are 3 favorites. Tony Pollard, Kenyan Drake, and Travis Etienne Jr., I guess. I did say bench him if you can, low-end flex play, but I mean, all the other guys, no, I'm good on that. So yeah, Travis Etienne's the 3rd. 31 through 40, Melvin Gordon, Khalil Herbert, Kareem Hunt would be my 31 through 40. And moving on to receivers now. And how are we doing? How's it looking? All right. 21 through 30. Hopkins start. I mean, you drafted him to obviously wait 6 games to automatically plug him in as a starter. If you drafted him, it's because you knew what he could do. You should know what he can do already. Definitely start DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Johnson, I would honestly say super low end flex play. He'll get you 8 to 12 points. It's been concerning because the offense has been so lackluster, but DeAndre Johnson's good. The player is good. The team and the offense, I don't know. Brandon Cooks, I would bench. I would actually bench. I think it's gonna be Damian Pierce time. Shove it down the throat for the carries, and the rest of the offense. It's just a toss up, really. Brandon Ayuke. Actually, I think that game's gonna be a solid game. I don't think KC's defense is too good. I think San Francisco's offense, they elevate the way they play when they're against better teams. It's like San Francisco for you. They're like the Colts light. It's like they, based off of who they play, their talent level goes up way up or way low. I think Colts take that to a whole nother level for sure. But San Francisco is definitely the Colts light in the sense of if they play a good team, they're elevating their game. Like they're suddenly just so the world beaters. When they play bad teams, they're like, dude, why is this game so close? Like what are we doing, San Fran? But yeah, I like Brandon Ayuk this week. Drake London, I also like. Again, he's one of the only players in the offense that I'm starting aside from Kyle Pitts. That's just because the tight end wasteland is real, man. Jacoby Myers, I'm going to bench. I actually just want to start Ramondre Stevenson, and that's it. Not a bad start by any means. You could definitely flex him. Like, he is a solid flex, but I prefer to bench him. I just don't really see that game going the way that would heavily favorite positive game script for Jacoby because, well, Chicago's offense is bad. New England will be up. They'll be running the ball, or they'll be doing, screen plays, check downs, and I don't see this favoring Jacoby Myers in the best way. Terry McLaurin. Well, Taylor Heineke. I mean, Terry did really good when he was under center. That's because he's just good himself. I would bench. Jerry Alexander is the real deal. I don't want to deal with that. Juju against San Fran. I don't think it'll be a positive game script for him. I think San Fran will have long possessions. KC won't have as many possessions as they want. But with that being said, the possessions they do have is too valuable. I would start Juju anyway. Curtis Samuel, off talent alone, you have to start, right? But yeah, that game's going to be a slugfest, meaning a lot of running the ball, a lot of punts, a lot of nothing. So if you can bench him, I would. Jerry Jeudy, I would bench. That offense again, it's Cortland Sutton or nothing, and that's because Cortland Sutton had a terrible last game. Romeo Doubs, I'm going to bench for reasons as same as Jerry Jeudy. Michael Gallup is actually a pretty decent flex play, but he's pretty much touchdown or bust. That's really what it is. Touchdown or bust. Big receiver. You could do fades in the end zone, kind of out routes in the end zone, let him just body someone, but touchdown or bust. DJ Moore, I don't want to touch Carolina anything unless it's Christian McCaffrey. Robert Woods, I'm benching. Just no. Tennessee is just not it, Chief. Hunter Renfrow, benching. It's Devontae Adams or Josh Jacobs or Darren Waller, and that's it. Alec Pierce is actually not a bad start. Been getting a lot of love. I know Paris Campbell had 11 targets. Michael Pittman had 16 targets or something crazy like that. But Alex Pierce has been solid, so yeah, not a bad flex. Rondale Moore, New Orleans is down on players. Michael Thomas is out. Marshawn Lattimore is out. A couple more other players are out. I saw the list. I totally forgot some of the names. But I don't think that's a bad start. Just in terms of where he's ranked and if you absolutely needed someone, you could flex him. I don't think it's a terrible flex. George Pickens, not a bad flex play, but certainly not a good one. I would not start him. Darnell Mooney, I'm good. Same thing. Devin Duvernay, if Rashad Bateman's in, Duvernay's out. Garrett Wilson, bench. Zach Wilson is not the answer, man. Nico Collins, bench. All these guys, bench. Wanda Robinson's actually a pretty solid start because he's widely believed to be their receiver one. I mean, they have lost players on players. Sterling Shepard, Kadarius Toney, Kelly Galladay has obviously been very absent. It's pretty much just Darius Slayton. I think Richie James missed a couple of games, but even then, Richie James, like, come on. Anyway, they drafted Wandale to be a important playmaker. He had a touchdown, and he only had 17 snaps or something like that. I think he's a pretty solid flex play. Tyler Boyd's not a bad flex just because they're playing Atlanta. The rest I'm benching. Okay, so it's that part of the video. You know what we do. Our favorite from 1 through 10. Tyreek Hill, absolutely. Devontae Adams, absolutely. And I know some of y'all really want Amon-Ra to be there, but Dallas D is really good. It's honestly probably gonna be Debo, Devontae Adams, and Tyreek Hill. I just think that's so insane. It could honestly Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, or Devontae Adams. It's close. You know what? Yeah, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams would be my 3 favorites for sure. It's locked in. 11 through 20 would be. If Jalen Waddle plays, Jalen Waddle. Chris Olave. And I would say DK Metcalf. I don't think the Chargers defense is too rock solid. 21 through 30. Well, you got to go Hopkins. Talent alone. Brandon Ayuk. And let's roll with Drake London. Yeah, let's roll. I mean, you could say Juju too. Honestly, that's not a bad. I'm gonna say DeAndre Hopkins, Brandon Ayuk, and Drake London. 31 through 40. We're gonna go with Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce. See, Michael Gallup's just too touchdown dependent. I know he's against a bad defense, but man. Okay, you know what? Michael Gallup, Alec Pierce, and Rondale Moore. And then 41 through 50, if you are that down bad, we're gonna go Rondale. We're gonna go with God. It's really just Wandale or nothing from what I see here. Maybe Tyquan Thornton after 2 touchdown performance. Yeah, honestly, dude, it's Wandale, Tyler Boyd, and then good luck, Garrett Wilson. But yeah, you guys know how these videos go. I enjoy making them. Week 7 is upon us. You know, the first 6 weeks have been a blur. But how is your fantasy team? How are they looking? Are they doing good? Are they doing bad? Are they doing great? Are they doing fine? Mediocre? You know, lots of words that you could use to describe your fantasy team, I'm sure. But as always, appreciate y'all for watching. This has been All Been Different on We Been Different, and we out.